I'd say pray, saints, pray is what I would say. But no, seriously, if something like that would happen for my brother, I would think I would be rejoicing. I'd be walking around saying, hey, guess what just happened to my brother? But instead, he let his anger get to him, and he let his attitude get in the wrong place. When if you think about it, David's brothers had the same bloodline as he did. Who's to say that the reason that they didn't get the anointing because they had issues on the inside? They had problems on the inside. David, they seen him as just a shepherd, but when he was out in that field, he was praying, and he was worshiping God and playing his harp. So he had built a relationship with God. Maybe he didn't look as cool as his other brothers out on the battlefield, but he had built a relationship with God, which goes to show not everything that is important is on the outside. It's what's on the inside. It's our prayer life. It's our personal time with God, because it is so important for us to be able to have Him to talk to, and to be able to, because He's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. When there's nobody else you can turn to, He's always there for us. Oh man, I done lost my spot. Oh, we all in the church, we all have the same opportunity to bless and be blessed. It's up to us what we do with our blessings. We should use all of the talents that God has given us to bless His kingdom. Let's look at the parable in Matthew 25 and 29, Brother Adam. This is the parable of the talents. We've all heard it. It's a common thing that we hear in the Bible. His Lord answered and said unto him, that's not right. There we go. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I could have received mine own with usury, which is interest. I didn't know what that was, so I looked up the definition. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. The man in this parable was happy with the servants that had used his talents. He was happy with the servants that had put their talents to use. They had used their talents to grow and get more talents. But with the one that did nothing, he was disappointed. God has blessed everyone in this place with a talent of some sort. Some of us is blessed with more than one. Some people have multiple talents that God has given them. But the question is, what are we going to do with those talents that God has given us? Are we going to be like the good servants and use our talents? Or are we going to be like the bad servants and just find somewhere to hide them? If you don't know what your talent is, then maybe God is just waiting for you to ask what it is. If you don't know what God has in store for you, try asking Him. He's not a hard person to talk to. He'll tell you what He wants you to do. If you use the talents that God has given you, then He will keep blessing you with more talents. If you don't use the talents, He's going to quit blessing you and give them to somebody else. God will keep on blessing you if you bless Him. You know, I'm just about done, so I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead and stand. But God has blessed everybody in here. God has given us all something that we can do. Brother Eddie, I've never seen anybody that can preach on Revelations or tithing like you do. Michael, you're one of the best guitar players I've seen. Austin, you can talk to about anybody. Josh, Landon, y'all are hard workers. I could go around the room and say something about everybody in here. And you may say, well, my talent maybe ain't something that would be up front. God didn't say everybody was going to be up front. God didn't say everything that you do is going to have to be up front and you're going to have to get a pat on the back for. Just play it out. If you don't know what your talent is, try different stuff. I don't think anybody can write words any better than Sister Shanna. She can use that. There's stuff that we can use in our lives that we don't think about a lot of times. Dad, he can talk to a brick wall and it'll listen. But this is all stuff that we can use in the kingdom. It may be stuff that we use just every day, but it's things that we can use to help grow the church, to help build other people's faith. It's stuff that we can use to help others if we just do it. I do believe that the church is on the edge of an outpouring like what we've never seen before. I believe that we're on the edge of something like what Eminence has never seen. You can just feel it. You can feel like there's something about to happen. The question is, when that time comes, what are you going to do with your talents? Are you going to sit back and just let everybody else do the work? Or are you going to try to find something, hey, I may be able to do this? I think it would be okay if we would all just raise our hands right now and ask God, help me find what you want me to do. Help me to be able to find what my purpose is